Okay, my bot's working, so I'm going to assume that I'm live as well. I am sorry about that. Fucking crashed. Fucking crashed. Right. We're back. Let's just pretend that nothing happened. It was all fine. We're going to have to watch this whole cutscene again, but...
Would you look at that? The citizens of Yulmore engaging in what can only be described as manual labor. Who would have thought it possible? Do you know the most reliable way to deal with those who stubbornly refuse to see reason? You conquer them, crush them under heel. Such was the trusted method of Alec, and one still favored by Garlemald. But conquest is the easy part. The true challenge begins once the dust has settled, quenching the glowing embers of animosity and maintaining a semblance of peace. This requires the conqueror to treat the conquered with dignity, and the conquered to let bygones be bygones, a difficult feat to achieve. But you have achieved just that, to my considerable surprise. It's a compliment. Take it. The vibrant energy that fills the air when like-minded souls gather. To think back on that time before time, fair brings a tear to the eye.
Sorry, while we're watching this cutscene I've seen already, I'm having a spoiler chat in Discord with a friend.
You thought any beings like us incapable of crying? Well, rest assured that if your heart can be broken, then so can mine. Back when the world was whole, we had family, friends, loves. Men knew peace and contentment, and with our adamant souls, we could live for an age. There was no conflict born of want or disparity. Our differences paled into insignificance next to all we had in common. And then there was Amarant. Never was a city more magnificent. From the humblest streets to the highest spires, she fairly gleamed. Not that you would remember any of this. Never mind. The point is, the world of old was a far better place than what we have now. I believe you would like it, having witnessed the things you have. Remember, you are of the source. Unlike the half-men here, you stand only to gain. Should you survive the remaining calamities, you will become our equal, a complete existence in a complete world. But such talk is a pleasure for later. Back to work, hero. There was one thing I had meant to ask. How well do you know the Exile? Has he ever deigned to show you what hides beneath the cowl? What? Never? Even to you? How very interesting. I shall enjoy working out what it means. Until next time.
I'd muted my mic there so you guys didn't have to hear the loud clicky clacking of my keyboard over the
Oh, I knew you could do it, dearest. I never doubted you for a moment.
over the game.
It's alive. I don't know if you remember, but when we first met in this world, I was all but spent. I never thought to wonder why until now. I think it all just got to be too much. The guilt of causing the flood. Knowing everyone hated me. But the worst thing was the solitude. Time wears you down, aye. Solitude eats away at you. It was this close to finishing me off.
Give Ardbert a hug,
But as
committee.
bad as it got, and as empty as I felt, I can't even begin to imagine what it must be like for Emmett's self. All of which is a long way of saying, don't make a choice that leaves you alone. Nothing is worth that. Especially not eternity.
Give Ardbert a hug.
Glad tidings, my friend.
I've just
The ladder
realised
lives
none
again.
of our friends yet know that Ardbert is haunting
The
us.
three of us have been invited to do the honours. Are you up for it? Of course, if you're worried that the whole thing might come crashing down, we can always find someone else.
I'll just say I don't understand.
That's the spirit. Come on then.
I don't understand what you're trying to emphasise with your words there.
We rode the ladder too, my comrades and I. Once upon a time. Watch the horizon grow.
It
And
feels...
the town shrink below us.
It feels like she was trying to... Oh no!
And terrified in equal measure. We ascended without a word. The silence broken only by the rhythm of the gears.
Oh yeah.
No one but me remembers that day.
Ah, no! Give him a hug!
Remembers our journey and our end. Retread the path. Seek, and you may yet find.
Cries a single tear. Cries many more than single tears. It really is the Hug Ardbert committee up here. And here we are finally at top rung. The others should arrive ere long. Alphina, Maeve, come up here. There's something I need you to see. Turn that down a bit. What could all this be about? Distressed honking. Varieties of distressed honking. This is a good lookout spot. Definitely not what she wanted me to look at, but there we are. Come on, let me round. Gosh. There's a village, Maeve. Over to the northeast. So there is, yet after 2 decades without that operation, I would not be surprised if such an isolated settlement has long since been abandoned. Nor I, but that was before I spied someone leave it and proceed to head in our direction, all the while trying to remain unseen. Whoever this mystery person is, they should still be out there. Go on and take a look, Maeve. Not click on the puggy. That's a bird. F. I can't see anyone aside from that bird. Oh, here we are. Maybe. Oh, and he's nicely dressed as well. Okay, mysterious person. For it seems it's likewise spotted you when Harry's back to the village. Someone, right? And they were spying on us. Personally, I don't feel comfortable not knowing who they are. Would you say we investigate? I say we get ether currents first. I'm curious too, I must admit, and I dare say we have a bit of time here ere the others descend. It's settled then. Let's head to the village and see if it is indeed inhabited. It's inhabited by that one dude who's been living there for the last 20 years. Who's like, yo, the fuck is that? Oh, that giant thing with the balloons? Yeah, I didn't really pay attention to that. Ah, damn, it won't let me jump down. Fine. Go the sensible way. I like that this place. I had some chips and I think the dust got caught in my throat. I like that this place is called Scree. Down this way, okay. What the fuck are these things? There we go. Ether currents. My one true love. The thing that I will always hunt. Okay. God, God, you move so slowly. Okay, I have acquired the appley juice. Also, I'm going to get this ether current before I do anything else because, like, it's me and of course I am. that way. Okay. Ooh, those things are pretty. I like. Okay, whoops. You can come first. Where's the next one? To the south. God, I wish it was even slightly possible for us to move any quicker. I understand why, like, but God, the slow movement is really annoying. Go. Okay. Promise I will get back to the story after this one. They say lying probably through their teeth. It's just that ether currents are very important to me. Okay, right, that one I really do have to do later, so I will actually get on with the story now. Given that it's all the way there, I presume we're going to come to it later. Okay. Please don't aggro onto me. I want to G-pose. If I can hit the correct button. Go with this one. It's just a good must get good screenshot. Also, the visual language of this expansion really good for our shard. One of my babby alts. Though he's not really a babby. He's like level 17, he's most of the way through the 4.x content. Hear faint sounds from inside, however the door refuses to budge. There's a bloke inside there. I swear I could have heard I could have sworn I heard a noise. Got there eventually, wow. Okay, Alice, what you got to say? Crates and barrels are laden with unknown contents. Yep, I reckon it's just this one dude. He's been living here for the past several. What's the third thing I need to look at? Oh, inside, obviously, you fuck. Thank you, Puggy, for leading me to that. That's empty or half full, depending on how you see things. Behind the counter, a kettle bubbles steadily over the stove. God bless you, Puggy, for showing me that, because I would have lost it forever. Were you able to find anything of note? People are definitely still living here. Indeed, but while there's no one to be seen, it's plain that this village is anything but abandoned. If the villagers are trying to conceal themselves, they're doing a rather poor job of it. But if they don't wish to be seen, what are we to do? I say, aren't you the ones who saved my life? You... Don't... You're Tristel, the artist from Umor. There we go. Yeah, we remembered. Ever since we parted ways, I've worried for you, bound for the cities you were. Never did I imagine that we'd meet again, and here of all places. Dad Alphino remembered, because I didn't. Same thing to you, my friend. I'm glad to see you hale and well. tell me, what is this village? This is Amity, a settlement made up of those who survived being exiled from Yumor. As I wandered the wilds, I chanced across paths with an inhabitant of these parts. He took me through the secret tunnel which led to the top of the bright cliff. I've been here ever since. Life is hard, but we know a semblance of peace. Well, we did at any rate, until Mount Gould broke away from the earth. Then, just as suddenly, the ladder started moving again. And you feared whoever was coming up would threaten your lives. Aye, but now I see there's no cause for concern. Will you tell me what it is that's brought you here? So we've got this wild story to tell you. So Vathri is a Sun Eater, and he's fled to Mount Gould. This is a strange tale, but I have no reason to doubt your words. I owe you my life. If there's anything you can do, you need but say the word. Your help would be most welcome, Tristal. To begin with, we request your people's permission to reconnoitre the area. If we are to confront Vathri, we must find a way to reach Mount Gould. Of course, you hardly need our permission to be here. I will tell the others about you and yours. Now, we haven't much off in the way of hospitality, but our village is at your disposal. Please use it as you see fit in your quest. Knife. Knife, knife, knife. Every so often I check my phone to see if I've got any new notifications, and then I remember that my phone background is Final Fantasy XIV related, and then I get sad. Yet another hapless soul that Alphinaud saved from mortal danger, I see. Some things never change. At any rate, it seems that brother has a mind to linger. Meanwhile, I have a mind for us to explore. Maeve and I are going to scout out the area. We'll be back in a while. Oh, very well then. Just take care out there. Take care out there. If you sense even the slightest danger, pray, turn back at once. You've got to say. Bartis Anita, I'm surprised that the three citizens of Yulmore came together to work on the ladder. Is it possible for people to change so quickly? It is if you give them enough incentive, like, potential death via Sinita. Okay. Really do have to go all the way that way. Path diverges. Let's split up so we can cover more ground. I'll go east if you would be so kind as to head west. We can aim to meet at the foot of the mountain, taking note of what we see along the way. In a short while, then. No, I wanted to go that way. That's where the ether current was, I would say. I guess. No, still my nearest one to the east. From what I can survey of the area, it's bad. Thanks for not upping me with mine, dude. I've been, like, tend to love. Now that's a bad name for an ability. I don't know, because there's so many people spawning like the same enemies in the same place, I've been like making a point of trying to help other people with theirs. Because like, why wouldn't you? God, I love the way that these cliff kites look. Leave me alone! Don't aggro onto me, please. Memory was a home. It's a word that I do not know. Oops, let's not stand on that. Oh, that fire bar. Traits, that's what I want. Enhanced Bane in. Ooh, I have Enhanced Bane now, so it spreads Ruination, which makes Outburst stronger. Nice. Right, I'm going to do that story in a bit. The first thing I'm going to do is attune to this Aetheryte, if I can. Set it as my home point so that I have an Aetheryte on this end. What the fuck is that? Bad is what it is. Bye. Bye, and also goodbye. There we go, right. Okay, definitely over here is where I need to be. God, those things are weird and bad and I don't like them. And I know that's something you could very easily say about me, but like, I am not a shard of metal on the floor which formed into a vaguely humanoid shape in order to attack you. That you know of. Okay.
You're a sight for sore eyes. I don't know about you, but I bumped into quite a few sin eaters out there.
Sure did, bud. Sure did.
You too, then. It seems the closer we get to Mount Gulg, the more of them there are. Looks a lot bigger from here, doesn't it? If I were Vorthri, the first thing I'd do is surround myself with as many sin eaters as I could lay my hands on.
I wonder if that's the bit that that's our like mystery third land, sixth land I should say, but you know.
The same mind. This is going to be a tough climb. But first things first, we need to determine if climbing is even an option. The more I look, the less likely it seems.
Yeah, we need to be able to fly, which...
right to be worried. But flying may be our only choice after all.
I mean, just let me get the ether currents and I can fly. The fuck?
There you are. Master Alphino was afeard you had met with some misfortune.
Did you get those? Oh, okay, they're crystal, not garlic.
And you too, Exarch. What brings you here?
I wish to observe the final struggle with my own eyes. I arrived at Bottom Rung too late to accompany you, but I was in time to join Urianger and the others. Come, let us see how this unfolds.
Okay, the fact that they're crystal bits and not Garlean bits makes me feel...
seems flying is off the table.
If we have learned that much, then the Machina have served their purpose.
Ah, so that's what they were for. Wasteful, but effective.
It would seem our foe will not be reached by land or air. We must needs withdraw to consider another course. Master Alphino waiteth for us atop run. Thither should we make our way.
Don't like how the bits on his astrometer are, or astrolabe I should say, are like pixely. I feel like they should have fixed that. It's the same as when somebody's hair like clips into their clothes when they're an NPC and you're like, really should have thought about that. Okay, but what if I go over this way to see what's over here first, and then I go back and actually like do story and shit? Consider. Consider that I want ether currents. I'm easily pleased. Also, I'll have you know that somehow I managed to misread that paladin skills as lesbian skills, and somehow I did not want to question it. I was like, yeah, sounds about right. I need to stop. Okay. Southeast, I wonder if... this away? That's weird and I don't like it. Fuck off. This is where I need to come back here later, and we realised that me moving over here was a complete waste of time. Oh well. Okay. I'm guessing I have to go into that cave then. And I'm guessing I can't do that till a bit later, but you know what? Who cares? We'll give it a go anyway. If it turns out to be story locked, then it's story locked and we'll come back and do it later. But if I do this and the quests now, I really... there's something that I really like about, like, we finish the story of an area and then we like fly back out of it. I don't know why I like it as much as I do, but I do, and so there. Gosh, but this place will be great to G-pose in with all these colours. Sophia, yours, yeah. Okay. Right. Return, go down. I actually like go and be sensible. Ostomy, I think you're about... I'm not sure if Ostoby's watching now, actually. Let me go. Yes. Ostoby, I think you're about a few quests ahead of me, I'm guessing. But I will catch up to you. I just got distracted by the currents. As is so often the way. Right. Told you where to scout up the cannon. Don't suppose some grappling hooks will suffice. What was that grinding and shaking? I was afraid the lifter would fall out from underneath me. But don't worry. Bab. Small Bab, I'm in love. You should arrive in Anti, but you're in the Artsark. I'm glad they were able to find you. Forgive us that delay. Exarch arrived, we took some time to apprise him of our mission. Thus so we all gathered, though Reen, I'm afraid, did not much enjoy the ascent. Concerned for my health, are you? Indeed, we are a little far from Gristan, but rest assured this old man can muster up another wind for what is to come. I didn't expect to see the tries there, so I suppose it's well within their rights. At any rate, it's time to tackle our next obstacle, finding a way to reach Mount Goog. For this, we'll need to put all our heads together. What does the weapon look like? Dwarven Mithril, huh? I like the writings on the inside. Not that you would ever be able to tell that that's the sort of thing that I have a mega weakness for. Looks around shiftily. But I'm not so sure how I feel about this. Though I do like its little chimney.
In short, there's no path, and the sky is thick with Vorthry's winged devils.
So pretty much as we expected.
We might consider Amaro, but without extensive training, we cannot hope to contend with the Eaters.
So I'm wearing my
Yulmor's airship fleet, meanwhile, consists solely of transport vessels ill-suited for battle. And without the expertise of one such as Sid,
that's the phrase
we
I was
are in
looking
no
for.
position to attempt a refit.
Frustrating! That wretched mountain should jolly well come back down to us.
I do like her.
Now, dearest, we mustn't disturb these good people at their work.
She seems like she has a good
We've
heart.
done the ladder and seen the sights. It's past time we took our leave.
lady may well have the right of it. Mount Gulg will not soon come down to Earth, nor can we compel it to do so. But if the mountain will not come to the land, mayhap the land may be made to come to the mountain. In the form of a Talos. A Talos large enough to reach out and take the volcano in its grasp.
To build such a golem would be an onerous undertaking indeed, yet the principle seemeth sound in itself.
Balderdash! No one has ever made one even half that size. Leaving aside the small matter of logistics, which, by the way, would be no small matter, the design would be unimaginably complex.
Build a very tall stepladder.
Oh, I suppose if its only function is to cling to the ruddy mountain, perhaps it needn't be. Solid base, firmly rooted to the ground, sacrifice mobility to simplify the construction, reducing materials required. Wait, what am I thinking? We would still need a veritable army of people to do the work. Left to the crew that helped down below, it would take decades, if not a nice round century.
So we need more hands. And what sort of things would these hands be required to do?
Oh, well, let's see. First, we need people to procure the stone for the chassis. The rock found near the mountain would suit our purposes well enough. It would be a simple task to quarry the stuff, but given the stupendous quantity required, we'd need all the help we can get.
We have friends amongst the miners of Armoring. I will go and petition their aid.
While you do that, I'll make for Mordsuk. I'm sure I'll be able to drum up some support.
Then I shall return to Kholusia. From fishers to carpenters, Yulmore is home to all manner of talented folk. I dare say their skills will avail us.
Is there anything else you need?
Well, yes, actually. Magic. Lots of the stuff, as much as possible. To awaken a Talos of this size would require an entire congregation of mages.
Good thing that we've made friends with an incredibly powerful mage.
The blessed are gifted in the arcane arts. I will recruit them to our cause.
The Fey folk, too, possess surpassing aptitude in magics. Yet they are not wont to cooperate in the endeavors of men. Leastwise, not without making all manner of mischief. That being the case, I would instead call upon the people of the Crystarium, with thy permission, Exarch.
We are at your disposal, as are our Amaro and Chocobos.
I'm sorry. You mean to tell me you can call on not only the people of Yulmore and the Crystarium, but the Knights Blessed and the Maw, and even those miners?
Sure can.
But that's just about everyone in Ballynorvrand. Who
Hey.
are you people? And how did you come to have so many friends?
I like this slow pan across the artist. Oh no, I'm gonna go with adventurers of no import.
No import? You expect me to believe that after you just promised me the help of the better part of the world?
As much as I wish to have chosen Alfino and his band of
So, as you can
assistants.
see, you will not want for bodies. I trust you will have your design ready in good time for their arrival. Norvrant is counting on you, heir to Daedalus Stoneworks.
bring up Sid like, hey, so we found the alternative to the ironworks, and
We'll be back as soon as we can, and we'll bring the whole world with us.
I love that. It's like our good old alliance back home.
I take it we will be assisting Master Chai. Though
Intense
I'm quite sure
flashbacks.
he has everything under control.
Me too, buddy. Sorry, see how we might be of service. When we asked my hand, my husband promised he would one day build a Talos that could take us to the very heavens, and now he'll do it. Have a design ready, she says. Good time, she says. Does she even understand what's involved? Before I could attempt to design anything, I need intimate knowledge of the land, the knowledge of locals. Last I heard, no one lives here. Well, actually... What? A village of Yomoran exiles? But those people have every reason to loathe a free citizen like me. They couldn't possibly be willing to cooperate. This will never work. Never. Should never have fixed that ruddy lift. Never should have riven it up here. Never should have. Oh dear, darling appears to have lost the plot. But he has it in him, Maeve. He's the cleverest man I know. He just wants for confidence sometimes. If you were to give him some words of encouragement, I'm sure he could give you a Talos. But if advice I learned from his mother, he responds poorly to obvious praise. He only find another way to sacrifice his motivation, awaken his sense of daring. Oh boy. It's time for a conversational quick time event. Chai News will remember this. Plagued with self-doubt. Can't do it. No one can. A Talos that size. No one's even dreamed of it. Alphinaud once struggled to collect firewood. He did? He's such a capable lad, brimming with confidence. I suppose even the most capable amongst us have struggles to overcome. With regards to my own feelings, I can't do a damn thing without help from those villagers, and they're not badly likely to give it. Tristal's among them, you said so yourself. Lest you've forgotten, we suddenly set him to his death. Even if the others don't bear a personal grudge, he would never forgive us. Things won't improve by themselves. I'm gonna go for, you won't know until you apologise. I'll come with you. You were there too, then perhaps you'd be more willing to accept an apology. This is the most important duty in the whole game. Relying on others to fight my battles. It's disgraceful is what it is, and it might even make things worse. In the end, it's not even a question of forgiveness. Building such an enormous Talos is impossible, and no amount of contrition will change that. And even if by some miracle the people of Amity are willing to bygones be bygones, if they think the plan is absurd, I think it's absurd. It's less absurd than the change that's come to Yulmore. Can't argue with that logic. Enormous as the task is, it's simply a matter of finding a solution to a practical problem. From that perspective, it's not entirely unrealistic. But at least I can know there's no guarantee of success. There are risks considered should the venture fail. I imagine for a moment we fail to reach Valtteri and only succeed in provoking him. In his fury, he may well unleash his hordes of eaters and we'll all meet a horrible end. I'll protect you. I'll protect everyone. I see what you did there. It's how you win over the masses, with their irrepressible aura of dependability. But very well, you've made your conviction clear, and I'm assured in spite of myself. I won't let my fear scare the better of me. It's unseemly, if nothing else. Still, I find it astounding that you can have such certainty given the circumstances. Tell me, why did you throw yourself in the midst of such a grueling struggle? Honestly, to protect those I love. That's the only reason Maeve does anything. Friends and knowledge. What else could compel us to face such dangers? I too have someone I wish to protect, with whom I want to live out my days in peace. Burning with motivation. This is the best duty. Most important duty in this game. Encourage a cat. By the gods, I can do this. Just need to have a little faith in myself. Right, let's head to Amity and speak with the villagers. With Tristal. My love, things are allowed to become more dangerous. I want you to wait for me back in Yulmore. No, wherever you go, I'm going too. Besides, you're not the only one who has to apologise. But there's no telling what may happen out there. I don't know if I can keep you safe. Perhaps this is a bad idea after all. I don't think I have what it takes. Master Chai, that you are beset with doubt is proof that you can envision the task ahead. And that which man can envision, he can make reality. Thus did some old friend of mine once say. Even should it be a feat for the divine, if something has ever been done before, then it most assuredly can be done again by our own hands. It's a little idealistic, don't you think? Laughing that I'm not going to do on stream. Perhaps, Master Chai, perhaps. But what is man if not an idealistic creature? It is not an easy thing to achieve on streams. My friends can attest to that. Countless times did they meet with frustration in the course of their endeavours. None would have found fault with them had they given up, yet they never did. One step after the next, they forged on towards their goals. And for their determination, they accomplished numerous feats that many believed lay beyond the reach of mankind. Like them, you're a man of science. Amidst your doubts, there is surely a spark of desire. The desire to make the impossible possible. I'm wondering perhaps now if Crystal Cat was one of the Warriors of Darkness or associated with them. If he's not Graha, that is. Come, darling. Like the old days, I would be the first to see your Talos. And so you shall be, my dear. I would have none other at my side when the greatest masterpiece awakens. Right then, to Amity. Hello, Sky Knight. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good day. You've come just in time for the power of friendship to help us build a really big robot. That's essentially what's happening here. The power of friendship is helping us build a big robot. I think of the landscapes we've been in so far, I think this is probably my least favourite based on the aesthetics. Like, it's very pretty, but it's not... I prefer the way the other landscapes look. I think I prefer Lakeland and the Great Wood, like, too much, but this is still very pretty, for what it's worth. Everywhere. You have every right to be angry with us, but please listen to what I have to say. I'm tasked with delivering these people to Mount Gulg by means of a Talos of heretofore unseen proportions. I'm doing better, less sick than before. Cannot do this without the cooperation of those with intimate knowledge of this land. That is, you and your fellow villagers. Cooperation? After you ignored my desperate pleas and cast me out, you have the gall to come here and ask for my cooperation? You have every right to be upset. Valthyri's not the one to blame for your suffering. We are. We were free citizens about that care in the world, indifferent to the hardship of others. We didn't know what would become of you, and frankly, we didn't care. We know now what we did to you. To fool many was wrong. Terribly wrong. No words will suffice to make amends, but I want you to know that we are deeply sorry. I'm not sure how I feel. Should I forgive you? Hate you? Perhaps even it's not even my place to judge. After all, I sought a place in your city. I wanted to be you once. But one thing is clear to me. All of that is in the past, and we mustn't let past wrongs stand in the way of a brighter future. Good lad. I don't agree because I am full of bitterness, but I will cooperate with you. Please, see your friends to Mount Gulg. You have my word. I'll set to work on the design at once. It wouldn't do to have nothing to show the others when they return with help. Make no mistake, this venture is unprecedented in the history of Talos building, nay, the history of all mankind. But rest assured, this genius of Steedler Stoneworks will deliver. I used to know somebody called well, used the name of Daedalus, I should say. And all I can remember about him is that I did not like him very much, so... Back in my Division 66 days. Ah, wicked white. Is there a problem? You see, I promised people to procure the stone as well as imbue magic. When I was put on spot earlier, I thought that was all we required. But I forgot about one rather important item needed to bring a Talos to life. The heart? That's right, the heart. I'm pleased to see you have some familiarity with Talos. So while I work on the design, I'd be much obliged if you could see to procuring the ore with which to fashion a heart. A heart suitable to bringing back to life a Talos that shall embrace the very firmament. I don't know how we'll do it, but we certainly will try. If you seek material for the Talos heart, I know people who may be able to assist. They are the Tholds, a dwarven family that have long mined this land. No one now knows its bounty as well as I. To explain the situation, I'm sure they'll be willing to cooperate. Indeed, 'twas one of them that showed me the secret tunnel to the top of the cliff. You'll find the Tholds in the village to the northwest, a place called Tomra. When you arrive, seek an audience with Chief Samot, and do not greet him do not forget to greet him with a hearty lally-ho. Permit me to join you, Maeve. I will keep my joints limber, and mayhap I can provide some manner of assistance. I'll leave the heart to the two of you then. The variety of ore doesn't matter, so long as it's rich with ether. I aim to have my design complete by your return. God, this armadillo bowler is so cute. It's so adorable. It is too cute, 5me. Okay, what's this look like? No. That's what it looks like. Oh no! I don't know what's happening there. I'll do this for now. Until we get the correct leggies, because it really looks bad with those fishnets. Right. Slash return. Yes. No unlock quests yet. Hey, bud. So this is Tomra. Seldom do we see the dwarven folk in the Crystarium. To now be in the presence of so many, I shall enjoy not having to crane my neck for a change. Oh. It's a Mochi invasion. Laddie ho! What did you just call me? No, lally ho. I. Excuse for doing that. Where's your heart, lad? Your stones. Come, let's try it again. Lally ho. Lally ho. Next time I'm absolutely choosing the what did you just call me? Double I. Mochiinvasion. Not bad, not bad. But there's room for improvements. Anyway, now that we've observed common courtesy, who are you and what are you doing here? Thank you for the host! At the recommendation of the Denzon's family, we've come to speak the aid of the Thel family. Maybe speak with Chief Salmot? Yes, you may. I am Salmot, and I build you welcome to Tomra. If it's the folks of Amity what sent you here, you must have quite a tale to tell. Come, let's hear it. Thank you very much for the host. It is very much appreciated. Also, I'm glad to see that my Streamlab stuff is working again. I guess Cloudflare stopped having issues. I've been having a lot though recently, I think. Well, and there I thought those below had no fight left in them. Having said that, it's not like we know how to deal with that floating volcano and all them sin eaters neither. If you're serious about restoring peace to these parts though, we'll gladly lend you a hand. However, the kind of war you seek is precious to us too. If I let you have it for only for you to bung things up and squander it, no amount of ale will wash away my chagrin. First, I need to make sure you're worthy, by means of a trial. Aye, a trial most tricksy, passed down through the line of Thrall. And what is this trial? Come with me and I'll tell you all. Oh, I have struggled through spelling it many a time before I stopped using it as like my normal email. I spy an horse to be. Slash dote on the hiccup. Timmy! Armadillo is so cute. Like the heart goes floating way past me and comes back. Oh, this is true. The fox kit is so cute. This game is really good at doing the adorable though. Like it really... What could this trial be? Listen well. As you know, we're a mining folk, and in the mining life, danger's a constant companion. So when we come of age, each of us must prove our readiness to take to the mines. This we can't do by undertaking a trial, but test the 3 traits all miners can't do without: discernment, diligence, and dexterity. We call it 3D Mine Runner. Now look at my helm. Mark its features well. You'll begin with a slingshot, which you must use to shoot dwarves where helms would have different. I've already made the necessary arrangements. When you're ready to take the trial, report to the observer nearby. Best of luck. Right. Let's do this. But yeah, this game really... It really doubles down on the adorable. And manages to create pets that are astoundingly cute. There's some very cute mounts as well. There's a very good fat cat, which I do not have, but it is very cute. Sorry, something flew past my window. The window's right next to me here, and made me jump. Okay, let's do this. Must be the challenger the chief mentioned. I'll show you to the rooftop at once. As I'm sure you've been told, in 3D Mine Runner used a slingshot to shoot them as wear the wrong helm. Let's begin with a style practice, eh? Draw for the wrong type of helmet. I haven't actually looked at what the correct type of helmet is, so... Nice shooting. Okay. I've played That's the Way. Next time it's Trial for True. Let us know when you're ready, eh? Right. Let's do it. Right, Helm. You shoot them, you fail. Just look carefully before you let the stone fly. Found it. Right. So, shoot the pink one. Don't shoot the gold one. I've got it. Let's not shoot the Exarch. Okay. Nope, you're wearing the right one. You're wearing the wrong one. Well done. Fine show of discernment and dexterity. I've seen bits of Ori. I haven't played it. It's been on my list to play for ages. In fact, I think I might have it. Let me... Oh. Well done. The trial never lies. You've got what it takes to be a miner. We're on back along to Chief now and get on with putting an end to this strangeness of late. It's an excellent trial where you get to just go slingshot. The trial must be as relaxing diversion compared to usual endeavours. Still an impressive display. I do wonder what happens if you slingshot him. Some impressive shooting, lad. Consider me satisfied. Aye, it's plain you didn't come this far with luck alone, so I'll place my faith in you and help find the ore you seek. Nice. What's the leggies that you give me? Well, let me check if I have Ori, because it definitely has been on my list to play for ages. I do not. I will play it at some point. I'm just bad at things. Okay, that looks a bit better. Also, before I forget, I wanted to, God, I wish you could retrieve both at the same time. Shoes don't have anything on them. Retrieve materia. There's no point in this materia 6. But whatever, I'll retrieve it anyway. All those empty materia slots make me sad. Got ore on my mind and my mind on the ore. Do you know Kholusia's rich in sulfur? Well, it is. We've been mining the stuff since ancient times. Every so often, Selsun vein yields what's called earthseed, a rare ore steeped in magic. Time was for you to refine earthseed, this and that. The technique's been lost. Stuff's still out there to be had, though, provided you know where to look. And no place is surer than the Durgar's Tool. Problem is, the site's occupied by age-old rivals, the Gogs. Greedy sods claim the place is theirs and refuse for any other bugger near. Oh, the Neff was a more odious lot than the Gogs. I could go on about those hornless whoresons. Then we'd be here forever, and that won't get us nowhere. What it boils down to is this. If you want the Earthseed, you've got to deal with the Gogs. Reckon you're up to the challenge? Absolutely. Dealt with fire worse. I'm sure we can find a way to obtain what we need. As a spirit, not to help you find a way, I'll have one of ours go with you. I'll do it. I'll go with them. You, Corrit? Couldn't help overhearing. I knew the Eaters had flocked to Mount Goog, but I didn't know why. To think the last Light Warden's hiding out there. Fate of Kholusia. No, the world hangs in the balance. If I can be of some help, then I want to do my part. Your zeal is commendable, lad, but it isn't so simple. This here's Corrit. Young as he is, he's one of the village's finest miners. Lad's got an uncanny sense of where to dig, and his aim with a pickaxe true as any dwarf's. But put him in the thick of battle, and he couldn't hit the side of a minecart if he was sitting on it. If all he needed to do was dig, he'd be a dwarf, but he started to become a senior to breakfast before he could even manage a swing. It's true, I'm hopeless in a fight, but I still want to try. Please let me go with you. I can take care of you, you take care of the ore. God, this looks done with a moghead. Oh, thank you so much. I'll try my best not to be a burden. If you want to take Current, far be it from me to stop you. Keep him safe though, will you? We'll almost assuredly counter Sin Eaters along the way. Though with you in our company, there'll be more spectacle than concern. Yeah, right, let's do it. That's what I've heard. And I will fully believe it. Right. Where does this cover? Be on your guard for Sin Eaters. Yep. Speak of the devils. Maeve, the one on the left is yours. I know my lefts and rights. What are you talking about? See that Corrit comes to no harm. So here's the thing I'm confused about. He's using black magic and white magic. Well, according to Osterby, he's using. I know he's using paladin skills, presumably. I can see that he's using black mage skills. You two are really strong. He acts as a tank. It means that Maeve is a great hero in the land whence they hail. Some would say the greatest. Come, let us keep moving. Really? Oh, you must have some stories to tell, Maeve. That they do. Tales to impress and inspire you in turn. By all means, have them regale you with some when we're done. Hee, I can't wait. The Lalafell. Yep. Ah! More of them. Stay behind us, Corrit. Okay, let's do this. Then we can do this. Do that. Do this. Mate, focus on the enemy. I will protect our charge. Okay. So we can do both of these. Yeah, acts as a tank in fights. Who are you, Crystal Cat? Shakes head. Or grabs him by the neck and shakes him, rather. Who are you? Phew, don't know much about fighting, but you two make a great team. Maeve is a team unto themselves. I merely follow their lead. Well, it looks like you've been doing this for years to me. Is that so? I shall take that as a compliment. Oh, Crystal Cat. Not at all. Your words are most heartening. Indeed, I feel like a young man again. You talk as if you're old. How long have you two known each other anyway? Well... Ah, there's even more of them. This is too close to Amity for comfort. Let's finish them and move on. With pleasure. Concentrate on the what side? Hold them this way. this. Pop these. Right, let me deal with you first, seeing as you're not going to leave me alone. Now, do that. And this. And that. I'm going to save Firebird for next pull. Down this way. Hurry, this way. Ah. How much further to the cave? Not far. It's just past this rise. I've been here already. I've got to meet the currents from here. Ah, again. Appears we are surrounded. Yeah, it sure fucking does, doesn't it? Fortunately, I have a little trick for such occasions. Me, draw them in. Come on, this way, scrubs. Very cool. It is done. Let us press on. I almost feel dumb using my Firebird there, but such is life. Right. Wah! Yes, 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 yes. Just as we're about to get there. Ah, it's the Sin Eaters for you. One last push then, shall we, Maeve? Get good, get good. To thee I say, get good. Okay, pull them over this way. I'm not dropping AoEs on his head. Do that. Thank you, XR, for healing me. This, that, this, the Firebird soon, there we go. And hey, in 2 levels, when I do this, I'll be able to summon an actual Firebird, and it'll be very exciting. Fuck's sake. I should probably actually like move to my friend who's better at dealing with AoEs than this. Let's pop this, this. How? I will ward off the attack. Stand with Colin, move. Good. Anyone else? A big boy. So, rescue. Divine Bennies. Maeve, time to bring all to bear. You got it, bud. Give me 8 seconds and then I'll be able to bring out the Firebird. There we go. Oops, let's not stand in that. This. Fuck off. Rude. Oh shit. I think the fuck not. What? Your tale will not end here. That's a good benediction there, my friend. Jealous of that, Benny. Man, if I had a heal ability that could heal like 60,000 health, I would be happy. I'm a big fan of, of custom, as the Americans would put it. I don't know if I have a name that I call people. Tend to tell them to eat shit, eat ass, that sort of thing. I'm sure I do. I had a thing that I used to call people all the time, and now of course I can't remember any of it. Haha, get good. Thank you, Crystal Cat, for your... Whoops, I just leaned right into my camera there, I do apologise. For your odd ability to be both a tank and a DPS and a healer. We're alive! Let's hurry inside before any more Sin Eaters come. Good plan, my friend. Right, follow me please. I'll take you to Durgar's Tool, where the purest sulfur in the land may be found. Of course. I should have known that I would come back here for story after I kicked over the ether currents, and yet I did it anyway. Well, that's just how it be in this bitchable world. Serious loss to be. It wouldn't be this game without being slightly ridiculous. If the terrain and stench are any indication, we are at the Jewel. Ah, there. The Gogs with their ugly, unkempt beards. If they realise we're here, will come after us. Best to take them down first. Be not so hasty, Current. The animosity between your two clans notwithstanding, I would not resort to violence unnecessarily. I shall use an enchantment to render you invisible. It will not fool Sin Eaters, but it will suffice to hide you from the eyes of men. While you are thus concealed, do you think you could find us the Earthseed? I'll dig up the choicest stuff there is. We're much obliged. Without further ado then, can see straight through me. Right, digging we will go. Let us not be idle either. The current cannot be seen, he may still be heard. I would aid him by moving some few Gogs from the field. To that end, Smith Bomb, Dream Powder. As you may recall, we used it for the rescue mission at Laxon Loft. We used it in Mulemore too. Truly, it seems our alchemist got a little carried away with the last batch. But it has been useful in our endeavours, then I have no cause to complain. Now then, I shall make you invisible as well, that you might steal close to the drawers and give them a dose of dream powder. Well, even should it fail to put them to sleep outright, it should render them drowsy enough to seek their beds. Say the word and I will cast the enchantment. What I was going to say was, cast enchantment. It would not be this game without some sort of like silly aspect, or it really can't all be serious here. A little bit for you. Oh, I can barely keep my eyes open. Time to call it a day. Oh, and an unlock quest arrived, but I won't do it just yet. Not least because I'm in the middle of doing something that'll be a nightmare to get back here from there. Should have done it first, but oh well. So drowsy. Not safe to work when drowsy. Better get some rest. All work and no ale makes something of something, and I'm spent. Like this person here with their bow and with their wind-up alpha. I say running through them with my armadillo and my Ifrit. All the dwarves have taken their leave. Good work, my friend. We have done all that we can. Let us await Corrit's return. I'm back! This is the purest stuff there is. Think it's enough? Or should I go and take some notes? I dare say it will suffice for our purposes. You have our gratitude, Corrit. Let us carry this back to... Are you alright? Worry not, I shall be fine. As long as I've been away from the Crystarium, a little weakness is to be expected. I may also have overexcited myself in the moment. To have this rare opportunity, yet be unable to enjoy it so to the full. Who goes there? Wow, that's Clag, Chief of the Gogs. You're one of the Tholes. I see. Word was our miners were coming back drowsy, one after the next. I immediately suspected foul play. And what should I find here but Thole scum skulking about? It's a spineless act befitting your limp beards. What? I won't stand for that insult. Our beards are soft and luscious and smell like freshly tapped ale. Gold beards are dry and crusty and smell like a knocker's arse. Impudent whelp. Better than a hobgoblin's nose hairs than the feeble floppy things you folds have hanging from your face. Grrr. Like oil and water. This is not like to end of its own accord. Maeve, do you perchance have some dream powder left? Enough to put an end to this. Then let's put it to use and be on our way. This something tells me we've not seen the last of their bickering. Yeet! What the swiven? Snore, snore. I'm not honk honk. Forgive me, Corrit, but we need you to be calm as well. Sorry, it's just that when it comes to the gogs, I can't help but see red. You need to apologise, my friend. You're here on our account, and we have naught but gratitude for you. Now that we have what we came here for, however, it is time to take our leave. The Talos awaits its heart. Oof, you. I'm gonna have a gist. Hungry. God, but very whenever red hot harmonies, it's rich blend. Direct hit. Accurate hit. Don't much care about the bite, but that's good. Well, my friend, much as I enjoyed our time together, I think it best we split up that we might accomplish our task more swiftly. I shall see the Earthseed safely into the hands of Chinese. While I am thus employed, would you be so good as to deliver Corrit back to Toma? Sure thing, bud. My thanks, Maeve. Brief though it was, 'twas an honour to go adventuring with you. I shall see you back in Amity. The Lalafell animations are so adorable. We can pick up this unlock quest as well. Well, scuff my helm if it ain't that traveller we've been hearing about. And the elders had more than a few things to say. Best be giving you a proper welcome then. Lally ho! Lally ho! Now that's what I like to see, a lally ho straight from the heart. I only wish my own boy would put more effort into his lallies and his hoes. He's always busy fiddling with his damn automata. No time for swapping words with folk of flesh and blood. Every dwarf that knows that a lally ho gets lally ho, or you're asking to become an outcast. My mother does worry, she does. Well, it's only the half of it. I know it's just a stage all lads go through, but the little bugger has to argue with every word I say. Oh, I just had the most clever idea. I'll not listen to me or the other villagers, but maybe, just maybe, curiosity for a stranger will win out that over that sour attitude of his. Worth a try, don't you think? Please, befriend my son Ronit. Just get used to him and give him a proper greeting. That's all I ask. And I tell you, he really is a marvel with automata. If you end up getting along, he might even show you a few of his strange contraptions. Kholusia. Okay. Dandy Daddy. Now there's a name and a half. Whoops, have I been muted this entire time? Whoops. I swear it was just holding it. Ronit, look, we've got a visitor. Why don't you say hello? Who are you then? What, you got something to say to me? Lally ho. Oh, you know, I'm greeting. Lally. Oh. Oh, run up, my lad, you do better than that. Heads up, eyes front. No need to be shy. I'm not being shy, I'm stoic. You made a great series of games that made me cry. Yes, sir, if you say so. Now, Ron, is everything else alright? You seem to be looking for something. No, I mean, it's just, I sort of lost my hammer. You what? Of all the irresponsible, careless, foolish. Ryan's hammer has been in the family for generations. It's a priceless heirloom that once belonged to Watts, the blacksmith of legend himself. Oh, what are you standing around here for, boy? Find that hammer. We will do what we can to help. Boy. Right, why don't you have a chat with some villagers for me and ask if they've seen Ronald's hammer. Just remember your dwarven manners and all will be well. Apologies if my crunching is loud. I'm trying to mute myself when I crunch, but... You want words with me then? Give a dwarven greeting. Laddie ho! Oh ho, that's a fine laddie ho you got there, lad. I like you. Run it? Ah, that sucker sprout's lost old Watts hammer, has he? Well, lucky for him, I believe yon gentle dwarf picked it up. Thomas getting back to work then. Good day to you, stranger. Talking to me? Oops, I clicked the wrong thing. Why did he show me top his head? Has he no shame? That's what I wanted to do. I clicked Forest by mistake. What's this? Perfect lally ho? You're no ordinary traveller, I see. The hammer I picked up? I reckon it would hand it over to the elder for safekeeping. You're saying it belongs to young Wrongnit? Well, he can be touch shouty, that boy. Do you think you could take it back to him for me? That's my part done then. Dandy Daddy is a good pug name. Huh? Why are you still here? Wait, this is my hammer. Well, well, well. Would you look at that? You see, Runner? Give the right and proper greeting and folks be glad to show a bit of kindness. Could be that you've a thing or two to learn from Maeve here. Huh? You lecturing me again? Well, maybe you're not such a bad sort. Just put the hammer in a safe place somewhere. I mean, to be famous meeting myself someday, so I best not lose it again. I'll leave you to it then. I know my boy's not the easiest to get along with, Maeve, but you could sure use a friend like you. Don't need a friend. Don't need anyone. Well, we're not going to be friends, understand? But you can stay around a little while longer if you want. So now what? Now I come back and do your side quest later. I've got to do my class quest at some point. Whoops. Righty-ho. Glad you're back and in one piece. How'd you fare with the Earthseed then? I got them all they needed. The Exarch's on his way to Amity with it now. Good to hear that, young Coral. Good to hear that young Coral was of help. As it happens, a few others came forward where you were gone, saying they wanted to do their bit as well. Given the order of building a Talos, we reckon you'd be needing some mining tools, so we went and modified our spare pickaxes for use by bigger folks. Here, take these with you. Should be plenty to go around. From what our scouts tell me, there's a crowd gathering at Top Rung already. Go and see that everyone has a pickaxe to swing, eh? Nice, nice. The fact that this place is called Scree, I don't know why it makes me laugh as much as it does, but it really does. There's something nice about, like, just, turning the UI off and just exploring the world. Primarily, I think it's just that the landscapes here are so beautiful. Okay. Ah, mate, you've come at a good time. Alice came looking for willing workers, so here I am. Oops, I just clicked on you. Worms, get your worms. They're the best you taste this side of the bright cliff. Live and juicy or cured and crunchy, there's something for everyone. Oh, worm. A giant Talos? Could such a thing be done? Oh, be still my beating heart. There, I was thinking you lot come up with the stupidest plan known to man when I find out you managed to drag old Chinese into it. Once the job's done, I'll have to go and give the lady sod a good heckling. Maeve, good to see you again. How have you been keeping? Did you doubt we'd be back for more? We've got motivation to spare. As if restoring the ladder wasn't enough a task, you're trying to build a giant Talos? I love it. Alphino came round and ran us all up. It's funny, I used to be afraid of your Morans, and yet here we all are. No few free citizens want our help, but years of leisure meant most were in no condition to contribute. Instead, they send their fervent hopes for our success. Okay, Alizé. Look, Maeve, people from all over have come to help us quarry stone. And this isn't even all of them. As we speak, the volunteers Thancred and Reen are being escorted to the work site, and by both Crystalline and Umor soldiers, no less. So as you can see, we have plenty of hands. This is one problem. We don't have enough tools to put in them. We've been desperately trying to round up more, but haven't had much luck so far. Good news, I've got a whole bunch of pickaxes. Trust you to have exactly what we need, exactly when we need it. Oh, what are you waiting for? Go and hand them out to everybody so they can get to work. Here you go. Long time no see, traveller. Are you wanting to issue a hand? Yeah, issued a hand. Clearly weren't, and now neither are we. Rest assured, we'll put these to good use and work very, very hard. Of course, one cannot walk on an empty stomach, which is why I brought some tasty worm. As much as we'll enjoy a treat, perhaps the worms are best saved for afterwards. Greetings, Maeve. You may not remember me, but I'm one of the carers from the inn at the journey's head. After night return to Amarang, we noticed a change in our patients. The transformation had halted in every one of them. I can't express what it did to the mood of the place. We were still celebrating days later when who should come along but Alizé. She said that she sought the aid of those who believed in the Warrior of Darkness. We all answered her call right there and then. Of course, some carers had to remain behind, but as many of us came as could be spared. I too have great respect for the Warrior of Darkness. When we meet, I'll be sure to treat them to a nice plump worm. Oh, worm. That's all I have to say. Come, Maeve. In case you're wondering, Youth John is here too. Couldn't wait to start breaking rocks though, so he's gone on ahead. Bah, he could have at least left us a spare set of tools. Ah, wonderful. Now we can be about it too. Quarrying isn't exactly my stock in trade, but this time I feel as though my wife will be with me, guiding my hand. So let's make it happen. Let's build a world where everyone can live without fear, where everyone has a place they can go home to. Right then, let's be on your way. Huh, what are you still doing here, Thaf? I thought you brought your own tools. I did, and I was just about to head off when I saw Jarek. Oh gods, if this plan works and the giant Talos comes to life. Just imagine the size of the trolley it could push. Imagine it! Are you still riffing on about that? How many times do I have to tell you? That's not what the Talos is for. Where the hell would the tracks even go? It's bound to be somewhere. We just need a little bit of imagination. Seeing as the stoneworks is involved, maybe we could have a trolley added to the design. Enough, we're going to work, and if you hear any more about trolleys from you, I'll have you pushing one yourself. Oh, bunny friends. I hope Captain Lena's doing okay. Ready to a bit, Maeve. We just need the tools to do it. Like this music. Pickaxes. Loads of them. Now we will make work to our heart's content. While I don't have many talents, I do have a strong back, and what strength I have, I'll gladly use for the sake of peace. We've got the ladder moving again, didn't we? If we join hands, there's no Talos. We can't hiccup. I still haven't repaid you an half an hour for saving me, and I'm not sure I ever could. But that ain't gonna stop me trying. I'm with you to the end. Aww. Good cat boyfriend. Come on, you lot. Look lively. Everything appears to be in order. In all my time in this world, I do not recall seeing so many optimistic faces. My thanks, Maeve. With that, everyone is now equipped to work. I think I'll go and join the Soldier Standing Guard of Volunteers. Be a shame if they fail prey to Sin Eaters after all the trouble we've gone to. Right, let's see if this is a plan as a resounding success for the sake of all in Nordrand. Well, my friend, it appears we're the only ones left here. No other pressing tasks? Would you care to accompany me to Amity? There, Ishtar is overseeing those who will imbue the Talos with magics. Come, let us join them at once. I'm going to take a super quick break here, not from... Oh, Unlock quest is there too. But what I'm actually going to do is... up. To... Mordsuk. So I've got a class quest to do that I want to do now. This possibly isn't the best time to do it, but I want to because hell yeah, more espresso. I feel like this in character will like give them time to build, and out of character will stop me forgetting about it. That look in your eyes. Yes, I can see that you've gained much strength since last we met. You'll be pleased to hear that Tainer has managed to make steady progress in his training as well. Boy believes he's regained much of the knowledge and skill that he possessed before getting sucked into that pocket of time and space. An admirable feat, considering that not long ago he could scarcely remember his own name. And yet, there is one aspect of training that is yet to be addressed. Put simply, the boy lacks experience in battle. To work the magic necessary to seal up the hollows, I must maintain perfect focus and clarity of mind. If the Battle of Phronesis is my first, I fear my concentration will be disrupted all too easily. And so I thought I'd take the boy out into the wilds, that he might acclimate himself to the battlefield and further hone his command of magic in the process. Yet we must keep a wide berth of armouring. Were we to encounter Phronesis before we are fully prepared, the results could be disastrous. And so I propose that we go on an excursion of sorts. Would you be willing to accompany us? I believe there's much the boy could learn from your example. Excellent, let us make for Lakeland. The beast in the forest of the Lost Shepherds should provide a fair challenge for the lad. Gosh, this place is pretty. Lakeland is just so gorgeous. I could spend all my time here, honestly. Oops. Was typing and forgot to do things. Ah, there he is. Now shall we get down to, something the matter? Did you like my new clothes, Maeve? Only they're stylish? Why, I can just feel the power welling up from within. They're a present from Kerrig. Isn't he the best? Simple investment, nothing more. We'll seize every possible investment if advantage of a triumph over our foe. But enough idle chit-chat, we have work to do. Maeve, I would ask you to begin by setting an example for the boy, showing him precisely how you conduct yourself in battle. We can't very well just toss him to the Wolverines all on his own now, can we? So why don't you get out there and hunt one down for us? Taylor, watch carefully and let Maeve show you how it's done. This really is a my two dads situation. Distracted there. There you go. Slash flex. Incredible, sheer destructive power of your spells, the way you seamlessly weaved one incantation after the next. Everything. But tell me, what would you say is the most important thing a mage should keep in mind when doing battle with a fearsome foe? Casting your spells in proper sequence is the key. Even though it does seem a bit like my fighting style is. Thank you, Maeve. I will endeavour to put everything I've learned from you into practice. Well, here goes nothing. How do I cast this? Just stay still so I can hit you already. Steady now. Don't let the enemy fluster you. Keep your focus. Right, focus. You're a feisty one, aren't you? Ow, that's smart. God, I've seen enough of this. Rip. Aww. Poor Bab. That didn't go nearly as well as I'd hoped. Though get so down on yourself, lad. I shouldn't have jumped in the way I did. I dare say you were starting to get the hang of it there at the end. It would be simple enough task to follow May's lead, but when that savage creature stared me down, I was too flustered to put what I learned into practice. Indeed, it is not the strength of your magics that is issue. You must simply learn to compose yourself. What do you think, Maeve? Are there any other words of wisdom you might offer me? You simply need more practice. Thank you, I'm sure you're right. I can't allow my foe to break my concentration like this. Anyhow, let me try once more. This time will go better, I promise you. You know, somehow I doubt it, but I'm always willing to give it a try. Yes, the boy will be fine. I must stay my hand. Did it. Battle is won. Now that's how you wallop a Wolverine. Well done, lad. I'm proud I could be here for your first victory. You're far too kind. I couldn't have done it without you and Maeve here to show me the way. You have my thanks. Don't let up now, boy. You must keep battling until all that you've learned becomes second nature. Now, are you ready? That was rather more difficult than I expected, and yet, thanks to you and Carrick, I feel I can hold my own in the battlefield now. I'd have to agree. Though we made short work of that last critter, I'd see it's time to find you a more worthy foe. Let's return to Mortsuk and plot our next course of action. You've proven the perfect mentor for the boy, Maeve. Hells, I dare say old Carrick here could learn a thing or two from you. You taught him not only how to wield his spells in battle, but how to maintain his focus in the face of danger. With those fundamentals under his belt, it's just a matter of time and practice until he's ready to face Phronesis. Promise you, my friends, I will not let you down. Now, if excuse me, I guess I'll go write down what I've learned today while it's fresh in my memory. It's passion and determination. This must be the boy he always was, before his time beyond the rifts stole from him his memories and spirit. He devotes himself to his training that he might help his foe Phronesis and bring his friend a measure of hiccups. There is no telling what course the battle will take, but I suspect the boy will be forced to confront his past head-on. It will not be easy for him, and yet I believe it is a necessary step for him to forge himself a new future. For Taina's sake, and for the sake of those who call Armoranga home, we must triumph in this battle. Not to mention, for the sake of our coin purses, eh? At any rate, I will leave you to your training and return to my own. The final competition is close at hand, and we must be ready. Thank you for the tea. Speaking of which, that needs to go into my home. I'm gonna eat a sandwich. The fact that you can dye the sandwiches, I don't know why that makes me laugh the way it does, but it really does. Okay. OBS is... well, it's working okay, but not perfectly. But, you know, such is life. It's how it be in this bitch of a world. Didn't see any lone girl over at top rung, did you? It was her turn to keep an eye on the ladder, but she's well past due to return. No? I wonder what could have... Two of us once bonded citizens, you see. We were not treated well. But even after fleeing here to Amity, it seems our experience in Yormore had left my friend distrustful of most other folk. Wouldn't be surprised to learn that she simply ran and hid when she saw you coming up the cliff. Wouldn't be the first time. I know it's a lot to ask, but do you think you could find her and calm her down? A soothing word from a stranger might go a long way to rebuilding her confidence. Okay. Over there. Okay. I'm looking forward to hitting 80 just so I can summon Phoenix. Okay, friend. No, please, just let me go. Well, I tried to soothe her and it was like, no. Please, I did nothing wrong. Saw you come up the ladder. You're a bounty hunter from Yormore, aren't you? I'm just a traveller. Oh, I just thought since I used to work as a servant to a husband and wife in Yormore, Lord will make all manner of suggested comments, but I did my best to ignore or rebuff his advances. Then one day, the lady accused me of tempting her husband. She pulled me aside and had me beaten near to death. That's why I ran from you. I was so certain she sent someone to drag me back. Forgive me, I didn't mean to cause you or Zumi any trouble. I'll head straight back and let her know that I'm alright. God! That's a... I'm liking that this game is getting a bit more, I don't want to say it's getting more adult, because it's always been adult in a sense. It's never, I mean, one of my favourite characters in this game, and I won't spoil who they are, just, if you, anyone's doing the story, and one of my favourite characters in this game, we find out that her, that their tragic backstory is that they were orphaned and then essentially emotionally and physically abused by the people who took them in, including so they're essentially emotionally and physically abused, became who they are as a result of the trauma, and then that trauma is later manipulated in one of the worst possible ways by a really awful person. And so it's just, this game doesn't, it's hard. I think identifying, or I think the sympathy one feels for that character is almost like very strongly, I don't know how to word this. This game doesn't shy away from the adult is sort of what I mean to say, but you're back. Thank you for going out your way to find my friend. It's a small step, but it's glad she was able to tell you. Here, a little something from both of us to reward your kindness. God, I hope we get to help her more. Okay. Pleased am I to say I was able to call upon a sizable contingent from the Crystarium Guard, Captain Nina herself amongst them. Not only do they watch over civilians, when the time cometh, they too shall pour their magics into the Talos. All proceeds smoothly here, and everyone is being moved into position. The moment of truth is nigh. The stone is laid in this manner, then imbuing should begin. Ah, yes, here. Maeve, it does me well to see you again. When Master Matoya told us of the undertaking, we struggled to comprehend the enormity of it. Nevertheless, we have complete faith in you and yours. All that is within our power, the Knight's blessing will do. And as you can see by the presence of the people, Fanal is of the same mind. Okay, Stola. Ah, good of you to join us. I'm pleased to say we've gathered Ember help for the imbuing. With Master Chai in the process of finalising his design, I've taken the liberty of dispatching all hands to their positions. You hurtle along so I have my house in order, but quite frankly this is the most disorganised method of project I've ever seen, and I haven't spent nearly as much time as I would like on my calculations. So that has proclaimed loudly and frequently, Master Chai. Yet from my perspective, a layman's though it may be, haste notwithstanding, they have gone to great lengths, abiding by proven methodology to ensure the integrity of their design. Well, it's just the bare minimum you expect of us at the Stoneworks. Though our glory days are behind us, I've not forgotten our time-honoured traditions. Ah, but I should mention the extract delivered the ore I asked for. Earthseed, I believe he called it. In that quantity, I believe we can fashion a suitable heart for the Talos. And then everything will be in readiness. Or so I would like to say. Is there a problem? A Talos of any reasonable size, a single heart will serve to circulate ether through the chassis. But given the unprecedented proportions of that which we seek to build, I doubt that will be the case. By installing smaller peripheral hearts at intervals, I believe that can maintain a stable ether flow, thereby solving the problem. However, we don't have enough ore for this purpose. Not for it, but to procure more, I suppose. Runa, mayhap now is a good time to ring them out. A moment, friends. There is something I would show you. I say, are these not heartstones? They are, the most prized possession that we have of the Knight's Blessed, and these belong to our kindred who have left us. Immersed in water and imbued with fervent prayer, these stones harbour no small amount of magic, and we may imbue them with yet more in their installation to the Talos. What think you? Being from a different region, these cannot be used for the main heart. The peripheral ones, on the other hand, I believe they will serve. Excellent. When Master Matoya spoke to us of the role we to play, the Heartstones immediately came to mind. Of course, before bringing them with me, I made certain to consult my fellows first. After all, the stones spare the precious lives of those who have gone to the Sunless Sea. But we have now beheld the Sunless Sea with our own eyes, and beyond by the gentle lights that glimmer on high, we know that there is peace beyond. Thus we are also at peace. If our Heartstones may serve to restore night to the world, to all the world, gladly do we give them. That's too nice and it makes me angry. So, Master Chai, if you can instruct us on how to distribute the Heartstones? And Maeve, for good luck, may I ask that you imbue one as well? I need to change out of this coat ASAP. This is one glamour that just don't sit right with me, as it were. Again, that was bequeathed by the departed, paveth the way for the living. Full many have placed their hopes in our plan, both those who are here and those who cannot be. We must not fail them. Go on and do your imbuing. I'll see to it that the stones are put to good use. We should be honoured, Maeve. Rest assured it's not difficult. Simply raise your hand and focus as you would when you're tuning to an aetheryte. Imbue the jade-coloured stone here if you would be so kind. The familiar-looking heartstone appears to glow faintly. It's the one that we rescued with Rena. That will do. Thank you, Maeve. If the heartstone appears familiar, it is because it belonged to Toria. It bears a collective hope of the Knight's Blessed, the hope that none shall ever be sacrificed to sin-eaters. Again. Right, I've identified the spots on the tiles where the stones are needed. See that they're amply imbued, then install them as I've indicated on this diagram. Understood. We will set about the task at once. When the Talus awakens and the way to Mount Ghoul gets secured, we shall sally forth. It promises to be a trying climb, so take what rest you can in the meantime. We will see you soon. A moment, Yorionshe. You said that you would have the measures ready in the event that our friend fails to contain the light. Do you? Be assured that I do, all which I acquire lieth in this land. So, what's the plan exactly? To my deepest regret, I cannot reveal the plan to thee. In order for it to succeed, it is vital that thou remainest ignorant of its nature until the time is right. Krong's eyebrows. Know that I have only thy safety at heart, so rest easy, my friend, and take such use as thou mayest, the better to be ready for the trials to come. I'm told the rock for the chassis is more or less ready, all quarried and shaped and laid out. That just leaves the imbuers to do their work. I continue checking my calculations up until the very last moment, but it's only a matter of time now. We managed to rally nigh everyone in Northrend for this endeavour. That's a remarkable feat in itself, but will it be enough? Okay. Do I want white, blue, storm blue, or abyssal blue? Woad blue. Gah, there's no point worrying about such things now. I'll get back to my calculations. You, meanwhile, should go and rest as your friend suggested. My wife and the Exarch should be in the tavern. Why don't you join them? Oh, and Maeve? Thank you. There's that over here alongside my other dice. The Exarch? He went outside a moment ago, my dear. I would have thought you'd have seen him. Kept me company for a short while, but then he came over rather pale. He's clearly been straining himself, poor thing. Anyway, he excused himself, saying he needed a breath of fresh air. Weak as he looked, I did offer to go with him, but he assured me he would be fine. Do hope he's alright. Exarch, if you've got yourself in trouble, I swear to God. If you've injured yourself, I will heal you, specifically so that I can hit you around the head and tell you off for having injured yourself. Ugh, leave me alone. Fine, whatever. That looks very cool. Okay. There we go. Actually, I'm gonna awful doing this. I'm gonna go to the Crystari. No, I'm gonna go to Yulmore because it's slightly cheaper, in order to put my actual clothes back on, so that I can at least take cutscenes which don't look stupid. Screenshots rather that don't look stupid in the cutscene. There we go. Okay. Now I'll do that. The fact that you can only apply glamours in, like, cities, means that, it's really annoying having to, teleport back to a city in order to reapply your glamour, but such is life. Leave me alone. I'm not here to fight, I'm here to talk to Crystal Cat. The Exarch does not appear to be nearby. So all that was for nothing. Hey buddy. And it doesn't see. There's only the gaze unflinchingly southward. God, that's a good mount. Ah, buddy.
The future is where my destiny awaits. Forgive me, I was lost in a dream.
Sure.
I needed some fresh air and thought to rest for a moment. It would seem I am more fatigued than I realized. Too much time away from the tower, I fear. It drains me, leaves my body frail and weak. Though, in truth, it is debatable whether I can still call this my body. When first I turned my mind towards the salvation of the world, I came to the conclusion that it would take many long years, many more than remain to me. And so I made myself one with the Crystal Tower, that I might live indefinitely. I am but an extension of it now, hence my weakness the farther I travel, and the longer I am away.
Yeah, that's sort of... God, that's an awkward shot.
Quite a journey. But thanks to you, the end is in sight. My wish will finally be fulfilled. How goes the construction effort? Then this may be the last moment we have to ourselves for a while. Come, sit with me. Tell me, when all of this is over, what will you do?
Go home and sleep for a week. I'll settle matters with the Empire. Or, probably rest a while. Please change the way that you're sitting.
You might consider roaming Northrend not as her savior, but as a simple sightseer. Viewed through such eyes, I am certain she would seem quite different.
I want to. Trust me, I want to.
But whatever it is you decide to do, I have every confidence that you will do well. For you have the strength to forge your own path. You will leave countless lives better than you found them, and the souls you touch will never forget your kindness. Then, in trying times, when you question your worth and your choices, they will raise their voices to remind you of the difference you have made. And thus will your deeds come to affirm your path. Remember this.
What will you do? I would know more of you. If only real passion is knowledge.
You mean what I intend to do afterwards? I once told you that there are things we can ill afford to lose. Things, I said, though in truth, I spoke of a person. One who is unaware of the full extent of my plans. Though he deserves to know, I have good reason to keep my counsel. I have come to terms with this in my mind, yet my heart yearns to lay everything bare. For he is my inspiration, and I would give much and more for the chance to speak with him as friends, with no thought of concealment. Should he indulge me with his tales, I would regale him with my own about my efforts in Northrend, perhaps. Though, ultimately, that tale is more yours than it is mine. Then, I would ask him about his next adventure, and if he should wish me to be a part of it.
Oh no!
How happy it would make me. Together we would travel the lands and cross the seas and take to the skies upon the eternal wind. My heart swells simply to imagine it.
Either he's talking about us, or he's talking about Ardbert. Both make me sad.
But all of this is contingent upon our victory in the coming battle. The people of this world have entrusted their hopes to us. We cannot fail them. Nor those who roused me from my slumber. Thank you for your company, my friend. Let us return to Amity.
Sad honking. Very sad honking. Okay, turn my audio down a little bit. Head. Worry not, my friend. I'm much revived for the fresh air, and you'll find company, of course. Now then, let us turn our thoughts back to the task at hand. Okay, into the Spodal Zone and take this away. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. I've taken the liberty of quashing about rumours that your heir is possessed by a devil. With the nation in grip of war, we may rely on patriotic zeal to prevent them from resurfacing. And what of Emetzelk? He has taken himself to the first, to usher that world to its end. Or so I believe. He did not disclose the details of the mission, having ever preferred to work alone. Even to those who have known him since the beginning, his actions can prove unpredictable. I am no stranger to his ways. He joys in playing me for a fool. Full many times have I convinced he was acting my own volition, only to discover all was as he willed it. My dear grandfather. On the subject of our esteemed colleague, his last report, though brief, did contain one item of interest. You've doubtless wondered why the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have not taken the field of late. It's because they are no longer in the source. The hero of the Scions has journeyed to the first. As the comrades, they'll be incompletely. Their bodies yet remain here in the source. This presents an opportunity. If you can defeat the Alliance prior to the Scions' return, we may eliminate the Order at a stroke. Don't you fucking dare! With the Scions gone, none shall remain to thwart our plans. It will be but a matter of striking down the hero upon his homecoming. Which, lest you forget, is essential to the realization of our objective. Of both of our objectives. Through Hydaelyn's meddling, her champions threatened to wrest the reins of fate from our grasp. The world is at risk of being dragged down the false path. One which will never see man reclaim his true form. It is unthinkable that he should supplant us, incomplete as he is. Such a devolution is abhorrent, and it must be stopped before it is too late. The hour has come, your radiance. Order your armies to march once more. Crush all who stand in your way. This is your heart's desire, is it not? To seize a victory that is yours and yours alone, for the future of Garlemald. Garlic mold. Oh dear. You do not wear the mumps motley well. I was never one to take an interest in tedious conflicts. The whereabouts of my one true friend, however, they interest me greatly. I hope the beast of this first, providing him proper sport. I would know every detail, Lord Xenos. Or would you rather I called you Elidibus? Unexpected. Most unexpected. That immortality should be within reach of one with a borrowed echo? You've done out yourself, Xenos Yit Galvus. I have no particular attachment to that name, but I am rather fond of that body. Without it, I cannot enjoy my hunt to the fullest. Your secrets or my flesh? I care not which you give me first. The choice is yours. God, for a hot second, I thought we were going to be playing as a Xenos there. Ish. Okie dokie. Let's do some leveling. Oops. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Let's start with Alliance Raid. We might get something we can noom through. Warriors of Darkness. FFXIV. Ardbert. Okay, here we go. Right, we're going to do some leveling. I know it's not particularly interesting, but such is life. Come on, Puggies. Come on, Pugsworth. need to hand in my wondrous tales before I forget. Right, move this over this way. 2 gunbreakers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dancers. Sounds about right. I'm glad we'll be able to, like, at least just, like, use through this more or less. Here's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do some leveling. Try and get up to 78. Well, no, I know I'm going to do that. Okay. Ignore me. We got in the way of Puggies. Rat IRL, good name. Pom Pom, also a good name. Man, it sure would be great if I actually like paid attention to what was going on, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be dope? Instead of getting distracted. Ah, sounds fake. Hi Yumi! I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good day. Come back, you fuck. Rude. Wasn't in that. God, I cannot remember this in the slightest. Absolute Gandalf voice. I have no memory of this place. Oh, fucking it, I'll agree on it. Some of the glamours in here are really nice. For example, the dress I'm currently wearing is a robe of casting from here. God, whenever I see this, I can only think of Ricky Pagan. Oh, wow. Thank you, Pagan. And here's a curse sentence I have for you. Woohoo. Love to get gear that I will promptly turn into seals. Okay, let's hope I'm remembering this correctly. Beep, beep. Thank you. That was some really sexy, spiky lag. Where it becomes really clear that I can't actually remember this. Oh, thank goodness it wasn't just me. Whew. Rude. Can't believe I'm being bored. Yeah. Gross. Super gross. Follow everyone else because I can't remember where the fuck I'm going. Those are some good leather pants. I like that these two have partnered with each other. But they icons don't match up, so let's beat up some bat out of hell, or pound out of hells, I should say. I'll be gone when the morning comes. Like a bat out of hell. I badly referenced some more music. This raid is very crunchy. Also, as we all know, noodles are delicious. So I hope you're here for that good raw content. off. Stop doing that, you piece of shit. Shit. Whee. You can always get good screenshots going into this. I do love the way that Void Ark looks. It has some of my favourite aesthetics of any raid in this game, really. That was cool with the person in their angel outfit there floating across. Hi, Kukulan. We're from the same myth. Maeve's namesake is from the same myth as Kukulan is. Except in that he was a warrior and not a slime monster. Rude. Oh, I didn't see it there. Rip. You fool. I am a fool. As the kids. No kids ever say it like that. Ooh, tell me about the cursed thing. You know that I love cursed phrases. My one true love. The curse. I like that these enemies are called Fubars. Very appropriate. Oh, A, that's incredibly gay, and B, that's incredibly cute. Primarily gay, but also... I wouldn't call that curse. I would call that normal flirting, but that's also because I don't know how normal humans interact with each other. So, like... Don't take my word for it. Why, thank you for all this gear that I can, all this excellent gear that I can hand in for seals. As we sit here, ignoring all of the mechanics. I guess I somehow wasn't in the range of that, even though I was 100% certain I was. That's always nice to hear. Like not being in the range of imminent death. Excellent. I love that. I really need to get back on the Destiny train, because I did install it and then I just didn't get around to playing it, and like right now it's because I love this game with all my heart and soul, but like in general, that's something I need to get in on. I keep intending to, and then I just, when I've not been, like, unfortunately Assassin's Creed still, like, owns my soul, so when I, like, prior to playing this game, and prior to this being literally all I ever did ever, I'm still working my way through Assassin's Creed 3. This. I do love those canon queer characters though. There's the magic mochi phrase. I'm trying to, so here's the thing, right? And I'm trying to think of something to stream on Sundays, because very soon I'm going to be done with the story that exists in the game on our shard in Secret World. I'm trying to think of something to do on Sundays, and part of me, I was trying to decide between, I know I want it to be an MMO, and I was trying to decide, do I want it to be ESO, which I have played some of, and then I can just never get interested in it enough to properly pick it up. I guess because I don't really have any attachment to Lotro as a series. I don't have any attachment to ESO as a series, so I find it really difficult to like actually care enough to want to play it, just because I'm not that interested in, it's just not something I'm particularly into. So let me lay out the three things I was thinking of: ESO, Lotro, or Destiny 2. Like ESO, all of these are games that I own. ESO, because I don't have any attachment to Elder Scrolls as a series, I feel bad for saying it, but I'm just not super passionate about the world. I like the idea of it, and every so often I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna install it, and I'm gonna make Maeve, and it's gonna be loads of fun, and we're gonna enjoy it. And then I'm like, I don't know. And then with Lotro, I still have it installed. I played it addictively for like 3 weeks, months ago, and then I love Lord of the Rings as a series. It's like my favourite fantasy world because I'm very predictable. And I guess other things just like took my interest. And then also there's Destiny 2. Part of I think I have a blog post about this which I've been meaning to put up at some point. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the story on our shard, and I'm not going to go through and do all the side quests on Myron on camera because I just don't think that would be very interesting. I'm going to finish the story on our shard, and I think what I might do, I don't have ESO installed where I have Destiny 2 and I do have Lotro installed, so I might do like a month's trial of Destiny 2, a month's trial of Lotro, see which I prefer streaming, and then choose based on that. Because I don't know, I really It really depends, and I want to trial them both rather than being like, and I'm no longer a Secret World streamer, I'm now a Lotro streamer, or I'm now a Destiny 2 streamer. I think trialing them out and seeing what works, and then also what I enjoy, could be very helpful. Why not, my friend? I'm quite well. Let us ask Master Try. Well, I would, but I'm not level 79 yet. Sorry, my headphones are... I need... Earring that I wear has... And this is... I want to say, before I start speaking, this is not intended as innuendo. The earring that I wear has a very long post, and I would like one that has a smaller post, because it digs into my ear. Well, it digs into the skin just behind my ear, and it's really annoying. Let's not immediately jump down there. I think that would be cause for probable death. Can I? Oh, I can't. Thank goodness for that, eh? Can I at least, like... There we go. So I've only got one location left to explore. Ah! Rude. I got there and I can't get to it. And I've explored everywhere else. Yeah, I'm guessing this mystery location is, Stop doing that. Is the island that we're about to go climb up to. Explored everywhere else, haven't I? I know I have, but I'm still looking for it as if I can like somehow get some EXP out of it. Please. Sorry, I'm being... Sorry, I'm completely zoning out while I'm waiting for this queue to pop. Sorry about that. I could pick up some side quests, but I really do want to save them for Astra. Oh, there's a zone over there that I haven't found. Let's teleport here and go have a look. I'll just teleport back from teleport back if needed. Suppose I could go do some fates or something. Let's go do some fates. Okay. Invite to party. The thing is, in a party with Osterby, as a healer, can get a an instant pop, whereas when I'm here by myself, it's like, ooh, okay. Yeah, tankies. Here, tankies. Here, tankies. Ah, good old burn. Listen, Yumi, the Rocky Boys don't get hugs. They're scary and I don't like them. God, that looks cool. I've only got the one stack of Let's take it back. Joked about wanting aggro and then I actually get aggro and I'm like, ah, scary. Desert Desmond. God, these do have some dumb names. Neighbours say hello and thump thump, by the way. Fuck. Oh, bollocks, I missed it. I goofed it. Oh well. Comes Bahamut to bring the party.
A dead body, ladies and gentlemen!
I've turned it down a little bit, but it still scares me. What the shit? The thing that I didn't. That's annoying. Thank you for reminding me that I'm dead, Yumi. I should make that a dead body add to the like death counter, the rip counter, but I don't know how. I don't know if I can do that. I can have it like add a command. The music here really... It's like listening to an old friend, almost. Dumb as that potentially sounds. This is what I wanted. There we go. Take this guy out. this is a complete aside. I just had a thought it would be really cool if Dreadnought became a class in the game at some point. Just purely on the basis that it sounds cool. See, that does look cool. That's how you know it's a phase change. F. Phase changes only ever happen when I'm in Bahamut. It's the fate of the world. My destiny. How much closer it will get me. Probably not very, unfortunately. Guess you just got intensely lazy there at the end. Whoops. This view when we come up here, still one of my favourite parts of this game. I just think that it's so beautiful and so well done and so like cool to see. It's like sudden just looks very cool. I'm a sucker for cool looking things, and this is one of them. Sit up straight, bug. Off at least. To Bahamut on the next pull? Yeah, why not? Hungry. fact that we don't have any first timers makes me sad because it means I can't get bonus from them. That, then this. Dragon dissolves into mist. Like mist is futile. To do so only uncause the dragon's wrath. To recall it, defeat the draconic beast to force the... Yep. Well, I'm trying to, but there you go. Can't believe Osby would drop that on my head. Slash X. I like that the universal, like, universal sign of oh dear god is piece of shit, I was rezzing. Fine, that went not as well as it could have done, but it was all fine in the end. God, I wish we had a... wish fucking had a, mana shift right about now. He's limit breaking. Right. Let's try and do a trial or a dungeon. Ah, wrong one. DPS for anything. Oh, that is a good glamour. That. Be off the way of that. Oh, co-healer's a sprout. A very small. Stack ice, because that's bad. Also don't stand on the ice, because that's also bad. Just don't stand directly where I just did. God, I'm really... Captain Stacks is back at it again. Drop my bomb stack off. Boo, 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 boo. Trial be left. DPS in need, and Alliance rates DPS in need. One Foxworth. So, here's what we're going to do. Seeing as it's about 8 o'clock and I am very hungry, I'm going to do a quick trial, and then I am going to take an hour's break to go eat. I'm also going to do an MSQ roulette, which will hopefully get me lots of that tasty XP, and then we'll be back. But first, let's get this trial roulette out of the way. This is when it throws us into like Titania or something and we all cry. I was joking, but enjoy this music forever. Oh, that's cursed Yumi. That is very fair.
Come and play, for the night is bright and you can sleep when you're dead.
Light is dark and full of references. Yeah. Nope. I don't know if this is... I kind of do want to try the trials on extreme. Not just yet, but like imminently.
When you play with fire. We're sick of this crapped old castle. Let's clean.
Take this opportunity to eat. Shoot at me. I'm not in it. Fuck. The wrong button like a fool. I are smart. I do not understand why she says a crimson flower when she then summons ice, but you know, like, what do I know, eh? I know somebody who's already got their Titania dragon. Very loud.
Bigger is better.
They do look really cool though. killed us all there. Genuinely, I cannot tell what killed us there. Sure do, baby. Sure do. There we go. The deep sea who gave me the thing. Right. I need to go eat, friends. I'm sorry, I'm really hungry. So I am gonna take a break. It's going to be in about an hour's break. I plan to be back at about 9 o'clock my time, which is about 1 o'clock. Sorry, so about 9 o'clock my time, which is about midday Pacific or 4 PM Eastern. And then we'll be back, hopefully, at level 79 and ready to continue on with the MSQ. I'm not sure if this is going to be, like, the end, but we will see. We'll see how far we get. So, I will update on Discord and on Twitter when I go, I'm about to go live again. So, if you want to follow me on Twitter at MochiStreams or join Discord to see what's going on. But I do plan to go live in about an hour, so take care everyone, and I will see you after I have gone to make my dinner.